Hello, travelers. I am Paul, and this is Travels with PMB. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back to my channel. What do I focus on with this channel? I focus on all things travel, whether it be a cruise, all inclusive resorts, restaurant reviews, concerts, and so much more. Also, I am a travel advisor. And so, if you are looking for that dream vacation, make sure you check me out by emailing bookwithpmb@gmail.com. So, we are getting ready to start the live, and it starts in Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for coming on. I hope your Monday was great and your week even greater. And let me tell you about my Monday. So I did work from home because I don't know, everybody knows that the weather across the whole country has been crazy. And so it snowed like between 11 and 14 inches of snow in New York City. I went out there, I shoveled, my back got tight. I had to kind of like do like a warm pad on it. I was exhausted. So I'm a person, I like to just kind of like wait till it's over and just get it done one time instead of having to go back and forth outside. And it looks pretty clear, but the weather is going to be freezing for the next couple of days. So that snow on the ground is not going to melt for probably a week or so until it warms up. It's going to be under freezing, I think, for the next 10 days, they said, and a potential of snowing on Sunday. And so, even more snow. I don't hear how much yet, but a potential of snowing on Sunday. So, I really want to be able to be in the Caribbean somewhere in some warm weather. And so, I'm going to see who is in the chat and hope your week was good. If you are in a part of the country that is dealing with this weather, let me know how it is. Did you have to shovel? What is the temperature where you're at? If you have to deal with this crazy weather. And so I am not sure if he is in the building, but Liam became a new member. Thank you so much for being a new member, Liam. I already thanked him in a comment. If you're coming in, make sure you like, share. We are live, Monday Madness. And so, thank you, Liz, first for coming in. Thank you for also being a channel member. Appreciate that. Chris, since you're part of Carnival Cruise Addicts, thank you for being a, a member of the channel. Appreciate it. Hey, Chris. Oh, look at you with that wrench. Chris got a wrench. It is so sexy. Dinelle, I think I'm saying that right. Am I saying your name right? Dinelle. Thank you so much for being a trauma member as well. Thank you so much, Anfield, for being a channel member. How are you doing? No, I'm saying thank you for coming on. I know you're not a channel member, but thank you for so much for coming on. Happy Monday. Hopefully everything is good. Liz is saying hi to Dinelle and Phil. Hey YOLO, happy Monday. Thank you for being a channel member. Hope your Monday was. How did you do, YOLO? What was the temperature um where you are at now? How many inches of snow did you get? Did you shovel? I'm not sure if you shovel or maybe just your husband shovels. How is it up there right now? Have to brave that weather and go into the cold tomorrow. We were able to work from home today, but tomorrow Liz is saying hi to YOLO. Cold and sleepy. Cold and sleepy. Shay, hey, thank you so much, Shay, for coming. Happy Monday. Thank you also for being a channel member. Yolo saying hi to Liz. Liz is getting on Shay. She's saying finally. Usually Shay comes on first. She's one of the first people to come on. Hey, Scotty. Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Scott is saying hi to Liz. To Yolo. Liz is saying hi to Scott. You guys were here and busy. Shay, Liz, Shay saying hi to Liz. We messing with each other. Shay saying hi to Scott. What we doing? Shay saying hi to YOLO. So Liz says 61 degrees and dropping fast. So it's been fluctuating back and forth with these temperatures, even in Florida. They've been getting, you know, low degrees, it goes high to 80, goes back and forth. So across the world, Team Reese, thank you for coming on. I know that you are on vacation right now. Virgin Voyages, are you enjoying your vacation, getting away from all of the crazy weather up north as well with all these snowstorms? Happy Monday. We're saying hi to Team Reese. It was almost 80 degrees today, but we are going to have lows in the 30s almost all of this week. That's what we're getting to. 30s. That's crazy. Florida. Um, Hiya, Paul. Hey, Keisha. Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. This is saying hi to Keisha. She's saying hi. Josiane, thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. I've shoveled twice already. It's crazy here in Canada. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, wow. What's the temperatures like up there? Oof, it's crazy. I could only imagine. Shay saying hi to Keisha. Liz is saying hi to Josiane. Shay saying hi to Josiane as well. Josiane is saying hi to Liz, Lee, Danielle. My name is pronounced D Neil. D Neil. Okay, I got you. I got you now. D Neil. Got you. Travel with Josiane is saying hi to Liz and Scott. Keisha saying hi to everybody. How's the hammock? Team Reese. Yeah, I didn't see what kind of room you got. Obviously, because I had a studio, so those don't have any hammocks. I think today is Liam's birthday today. It is? Oh wow. Okay. I don't think he's on. So I'm gonna have to shoot him send him a message and say happy birthday if it's his birthday today. Shea Adventures, Team Reese, and Keisha, stay blessed. And so Josie is saying hi to everybody. Liz, yes, it is, Keisha. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to send him a message. Happy birthday to Liam. Maybe if he sees this in the replay, he'll see that we said happy birthday to him. And so we have a topic tonight. And so was um this topic was something that I saw. Somebody was talking in TikTok, and he is a TikToker that deals with cruises. Can't remember his name, but I follow him. But I don't always go on TikTok. And somebody had said in the comments, "Oh, like I was on a Princess Cruise and I was just bored with sea days." I was like, I just feel like, and so we're going to talk about sea days. First of all, in the comments, I should have did this as a post. So people comment. Do you like sea days or do you hate sea days? Let me know in the comments. We're gonna start off with that. Yes, no. Do you like sea days? Do you hate sea days? Is it something that you dread? Is something that you run away from? Or do you embrace it? Do you enjoy it? If you've been on a cruise, do you run away from long cruises that have a lot of sea days? I know people they do not like a lot of sea days, and so if it's a 7 day cruise, then they don't want all these sea days, right? And if it's just like going to two ports, three ports, or whatever. That's why a lot of people don't like sailing out of New York, for example, because by the time you get down, especially the 7 day, you may see maybe two, three ports and then have to go back to New York. And so, do you like cruise days? Do you like it or do you not? And so, let's see what we got going on here. The Neil says it's minus 12 degrees Celsius. I have to know, I have to see what that is in I know it's cold. I would have to see what that is in Fahrenheit. Liz, your birthday's on my wedding anniversary. Keisha, do you keep track of our birthdays? That'd be cool. Somebody keep track of all of our birthdays. Oh, Love, love, love. So Keisha loves sea days. Okay, she loves sea days. All right, that's good. Um, let's see. What does Liz say? Liz says, "We love sea days. Great to chill and relax and gamble." Yes. Yeah. Hi everyone in the chat. Hi, how are you? So she's saying hi. She's saying hi to everyone. They're saying hi to everyone. Josiane, I like a few C days. Okay, you like a few C days. So 7 day, if it's a 3 day, maybe you get three C days in there. You get your C days are the vacation days of the vacation. Yes. Yes. Meaning that you don't have to come off the ship, wake up early, go to a port, right? And then come back on the ship, right? And so like some ports can be very long, especially not so much the port days itself, but if it is an excursion you're doing, it could be very lengthy, depending if you really want to embrace yourself and engage in the culture, more than just going to a beach and just coming back, right? Yolo loves them. Keisha, Facebook keeps track of birthdays. Oh, Keisha, okay, got you. Kiki, hey, Kiki saying hi to Carnival Cruise Addicts. That hammock is lovely now that I figured it out. It has me in a choco. Oh, now she don't want to get out of the hammock. Okay, I never had. Well, only been on version one, so therefore I don't know what it is to have the hammock. And so so how do I feel about sea days myself? I like sea days. I've done all inclusive resorts as well. So to me, a sea day is would be the equivalent to just being on an all-inclusive resort, right? You're not going from port to port. You're at the resort. You're relaxing at the resort, and then you embrace what you want to do at the resort. You rather relax. You want to go work out. You want to engage in some games, depending on the resort, depending on what kind of pool games they may have. You want to do beach volleyball. Um, you want to do water aerobics. You just want to chill by the pool. You want to go into the ocean. You want to snorkel. You want to decide to do a water sport. Like, so it's open for you to do whatever you want to do. And so I feel like when people go on cruising, their expectation of sea days may be different, especially if people maybe not be familiar with the all-inclusive resort or vacation. And so I feel like those people who said it's boring, I feel like they're saying it's boring because you didn't prepare for it, right? Let's see what who's here. Hey, Big Murph. Big Murph is in the house. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on. Happy Monday. Yeah, hey, TRT. How's VV? We're talking about Virgin Voyages. Liz, hey, Big Murph. And so what we're going to talk about. So let's talk. I have my notes here. And so one of the things I want to talk about is, so what do you expect from a sea day? One, maybe you just rather ports, right? And so that's a preference, right? And so maybe you came to the conclusion, or maybe you haven't realized it. Maybe you're one of those individuals that don't cannot do a cruise with a lot of sea days. What is your option if you do not want to do a cruise with a lot of sea days? You have to sail European cruises, or which will give you maybe minimum sea days, maybe one sea day, depending. Like I'm doing a cruise this year, European, and it's only giving me one sea day. If you want to cruise and have minimum sea days, sail out of Puerto Rico. You don't sail and do a 7 day cruise out of Miami. You're going to have sea days. Sail out of Puerto Rico. If you do a 7 day cruise out of Puerto Rico, you may not have any sea days. I sailed out of Puerto Rico one time. I did not have one sea day. Every day was a port. And I'm sailing out of Puerto Rico again. And this time I have one sea day. So every day is going to be a port except for one sea day. And so therefore maybe sea days are just not for you, and you rather ports, and you rather getting up early and going out and exploring and going on the excursions and being a part of the culture. And so if that is you, you have to recognize that is what you are, as a cruiser. And so therefore going forward, know what to book, right? Know that this is my deal breaker. I cannot no longer do cruises out of Miami that are 7 days. For those individuals then who say I don't like to do short cruises, um, If you do not like sea days, then maybe a short cruise may be an option. And then you can always extend your short cruise. But people don't realize about the short cruise. And I'm going to say this because I have this group cruise coming up in November. And it's a 3 day cruise. There is no port day. So each day, so maybe you need to do something like that. But you can extend your vacation. You're listening? You can extend your vacation either before the cruise or after the cruise. So, for example, yes, it's a 3 day cruise, but I'm going to be in Orlando for 2 days. And so, therefore, in Orlando, I get to do whatever I want to do before the cruise. And so, my vacation is just not the cruise. My vacation now becomes an extension because I'm adding on the piece, the land piece of Orlando. Kiki, Team Reese Travels is doing something similar. She has a group cruise next year. It's out of New Orleans, but they are going to be in New Orleans, I believe, for 2 or 3 days before. And then they are going to go on the cruise. I don't believe it's a 7 day cruise. Maybe it's a shorter than that. I can't remember. But therefore, then extend your vacation and just don't discount the 3 day cruise. The 3 day cruise may be a cheaper option for you. And then if you extend it on land, you get to be able to do more stuff as well. So consider that. You're not a person that like port days, I mean sea days. So therefore, maybe a shorter cruise. Maybe you don't want to fly to Europe. Maybe that's too much for you. Maybe you don't want to fly to Europe to Puerto Rico. Sometimes the prices for Puerto Rico is expensive. So therefore, if you want to be able to try different ships, new ships, and then be able to try different ports, what have you, maybe do a shorter cruise and then just do a land-based vacation. And so that is one of my tips for you. Let us see who is here. I'm missing out some of the comments. Do 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 do. Let's see. YOLO says, "Hey everybody in the chat. Hey Big Murph. Liz is saying Liz. Scott is saying hi to Big Murph. Hi there, Shay. YOLO TRT. Okay, Big Murph is saying hi to Scott. Liz is saying, I love not having anything planned on a C day. Just see where the day takes us besides the casino, not movie trivia or whatever. Exactly. Sometimes you just have to leave it open. I think you put the burden, when you put the burden on the cruise, right? This is it. When you put the burden on the cruise to entertain you fully for that C day, you may be disappointed. If you put the burden on the cruise line to all of a sudden, all of a sudden to be able to entertain you from morning till evening, and therefore then you're like, oh well, there's not much to do. Like you cannot put the burden on the cruise line to make you jump or excite you for a whole complete sea day. You just can't, either no cruise line. I don't care if you see Carnival is not turning up from 7 o'clock in the morning to midnight. They do not do that. There is downtimes for every ship, even the fun ship. They're not turning up from 7 o'clock in the morning all the way up to midnight. And so there is going to be some downtime somewhere along the way. Right, Liz says YOLO. Exactly. Chris says casino is open on C days. We like spa days. We like C days. Exactly. Keisha, I am the laid back kind of vacationer, lounging, reading, sunning, people watching. I'm a few hours of exploring and sightseeing, but I gotta relax after. Exactly. Um, you make it your own, right? You just make it your own. You don't like I so it just always fathers me like when it's like, what are you talking about? You're bored. Like, oh, there's nothing to do. Like it's like just crazy. Not a fan of short cruises in general. Yeah, you're not a fan of short cruises in general. But I just feel like if you're not like a, maybe you need ports. Like maybe that's a thing, you like some people just need ports. Like I booked a person on a Virgin Voyages cruise, and she wanted to try a short cruise for the first one. And she, the short Voyages cruises will go to Key West and will go to Bimini. In that short cruise, when it was not the port days, she felt a little bored. She's like, because why? She realizes for the first cruise she's ever did that she is a port person. She wants to experience the ports. She wants to go out there and do something. And so if she did a shorter cruise, I know I would have to say, you got to do something where you do not have sea days. You can't do something where there's a sea day in advance. You need something for short cruise. And then, as I said, you could always extend it, and to stay in the area where you are before going on. So many people, and this is what's crazy, so many people fly to a cruise but never experience the area where they're flying out of. You fly to Miami for the cruise. You do not want to spend the night before. So you fly the day of the cruise, because you don't want to spend the extra money for the hotel. But you're missing out. Miami, the food life. If you're a person that want to hang out at night, the food scene, this the fun that they have in there, it's just such a cool place to hang out at. And so you miss out on some of these like New Orleans. If you go to Orleans and sail out of New Orleans, you've never been to New Orleans, and you only go for there for the cruise, you are missing out on what New Orleans has to offer. I would never go to New Orleans and just only go there for the cruise. You are missing out on something that is so great. The culture, the music, the food is just like so great. You have to experience some of these places. And so even if this is a shorter cruise, even though like New Orleans would be like a 7 day cruise, but even then, try to at least experience the places where you're sailing out of. Me too, neighbor. Yes. Same YOLO. So you don't like not a fan of short cruises. Um, I like I like Coco. Okay, I like Coco. Hey y'all. Whatever floats your boat. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. Hey Angie. Saying hi to each other. Saying hi to Chris, Keisha. Big Murph says hi, whatever floats your boat. Be saying hi to Big Murph. Josiane saying hi to Angie. Floaty Boaty. I like Cocoa Beach pre-cruise. Oh, okay, okay, cool. I prefer sea days on the end. Helps you rest before going home. So, like, I have the cruise I have coming up. There is a sea day at the end, and I'm looking to do mostly everything I did, all the vlogging, all the stuff. I want to be able to rest on that day because every day I'm getting off the ship, and so I agree. I like that, so I have that one day to just kind of unwind before I get off the ship. Um, be saying hi to Angie, adding you to the list of those that mix me and Scott up. Yes, your logos are too close. Hate port days on the last day of the cruise. Oh yeah. So that one time before I did Puerto Rico, every day was a port day. Every day. Um oh yes, YOLO. Liz says they are terrible, and that's how Carnival is doing it lately with Celebration Key. I'm gonna pretend it's a sea day. Hmm. Eventually, I think I think Celebration Key, even if they give you a lot of hours, I don't need to necessarily be there all day. After a while, it gets too hot. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting back on the ship. Unless I would rent a cabana or something of that nature. Sorry, Liz says Keisha. Agree, YOLO. Sea days on the way home are the best. I agree. I like sea days on the way home. What's a short cruise, Keisha? Keisha doesn't like short cruises either. Just booked a cruise for next year. First and last are sea days. Love, and one of the ports is an overnight. 3 or 4 days, Keisha. Looking throughout the eyes of others, a lot of the Caribbean ports appear to be the same across the board. Shops, food, pool areas, and port scenery. Just me, but I still want the experience. Yes, yes, of course. Same across the board. Um, if the only as a Big Murph, if you want to experience more, especially just if you're gonna sail out of Miami, it's gonna be more or less the same ports. A lot of times, you'd have to go longer than 7 days, or you're going to have to go to Puerto Rico to experience all these beautiful ports, Barbados, Tortola, and stuff like that. Because you're not gonna get a lot of different ports just sailing out of like Miami or Port Canaveral for 7 days. So You're just gonna have to probably like switch it up in terms of sailing from a different location to be able to see more. But since you're new to cruising, 7 days, there's still places that you probably have not Grand Cayman or places that you have not gone to that you can still cover. But then just know over time it's going to start becoming really repetitive. But enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. No experience is like your own, Big Murph. Yeah, enjoy it. I can't wait for your next cruise, Big Murph, to see what you have and the wonder in your eyes when you experience it. What's your overnight port, YOLO? I have a cruise visiting St. Croix next. Oh my gosh. I had a cruise supposed to visit St. Croix and then they changed it, which sucked. Great stream. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, warm in the snowstorm. It's getting late in UK. Oh wow, yes, it is really late. Thank you so much for coming on. At this time of the, I have a sister that lives in UK, and so yeah, it is late over there. So have a great night. Thank you so much for coming through for the live. Um, hey Lee. Dee, 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 dee. Big Murph, I strategically tried to book different ships with at least one new port stop, but so much variety if you're willing to do excursions. Our first cruise went to St. Croix and haven't been back since 1999. Can't wait to see your vlog. I have not been to St. Croix. As I said, I was supposed to have one. They switched it up and it really disappointed me. Oh, you will like it, St. Croix. Beautiful island. I heard St. Croix is beautiful as well. Dee, 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 dee. Okay, Chris. On the ports, we have been to a bunch. That is where we will shoot our content since most people are off the boat. Yes, Keisha, that seems like the way to go to really see more. It's not a Caribbean port, Liz. What's not a Caribbean port? Oh, I'm talking to about the mist, the port that you want to go overnight. Are you keeping the secret? Yeah, yes, yeah. I think Yolo doesn't want to reveal everything yet. I saw her interview with House of X, and she doesn't want to reveal everything as of yet. You definitely overdue for another trip there. Exactly, Keisha. These next couple are on the end of my repeats for the year, and so let's go forward to the next thing. So, one of the things I think that if you are looking to do something with Sea Days, you need to prepare. How do you prepare? Do you enjoy spending time by yourself? If you're a solo cruiser, especially, can you spend time by yourself? Have you done things like, because I think feeling, especially if you're maybe a solo cruiser, but I've heard this from people who are with families about, okay, there's nothing to do. But if you're a solo cruiser, can you find things to occupy in your time as yourself. If you're with a family and you're like, okay, you're stretching, then you're looking for something with the family, can y'all find things to do to occupy your time? Can you do things that you can entertain yourselves? Like if you're solo and you're going on this cruise with these Sea Days, have you ever been to dinner by yourself? Have you ever been to a play by yourself, a show by yourself? Have you taken the time to do that? Are you comfortable being with yourself? If your families and you're saying like, okay, what is there to do? Or like, as I said before, like, are you always looking for? You cannot expect that the cruise ship is going to turn up and entertain you all day long. So, can you do things by yourself? If you're solo, one of the things about solo, not in every cruise ship, there are solo meetups, which I don't care for solo meetups because sometimes you go to those places. Then you don't know who is solo, so everybody's just standing around. There are ships that do solo meetups and they have a designated, for example, Carnival does alchemy. Everybody's drinking an alchemy. You don't know who's who, but sometimes ships will have a solo meetup and it'll be in maybe a lounge, and there's nothing else going on in that lounge, right? And so then there'll be an area where you'll see people seated, and so maybe mingle and be a part of that. There's solo programs, for example, that Norwegian has, and then therefore be a part of that, and then get to know other people. And there was one time I was on Norwegian. I got to know people. We were sitting and eating together. We was at shows together. It was just a really great time. And so therefore, like, just try to participate in some of these things as well, and lower your level of excitement. Do you expect, lower your level of excitement, lower your level of like what you thinking it should be, especially if you're comparing it against another cruise line. Every cruise line is different. I don't know if what you went on, and you maybe went on another cruise ship, and one cruise ship was like this, and now you're on another cruise ship, and so maybe you expect it to be like that. And so you really can't. Every cruise line has their own culture. Every cruise line has what they have on the agenda, on their schedule. And so therefore lower your level of excitement. The good thing about a lot, not all cruise ships, but more and more cruise lines are doing something where you can in advance see what the schedule is like. Browse through the schedule, see what's in there, like, okay, like, so that you can familiarize yourself. Like this particular person, I think I was talking about on Twitter, she was talking about a princess. Princess allows you to see the schedule in the app before you get on the cruise ship. Royal allows you to do that. Celebrity allows you to do that. And so, therefore, there are cruise lines that will allow you to see the schedule of what is going to happen while you are on the cruise ship. Prepare your mindset for those days, and then look over it and say, like, okay, like, you know, okay, then you'll know, like, okay, in advance, like what you can do, what you want to do, what you should do. And so just prepare instead of just winging it and try and being disappointed with the cruise ship because you wasn't prepared like you should have been. Let's see, I'm catching up with the chat. um let me see. Yes, I love me. You'll and my quiet time. I love me and my quiet time. Exactly. What's wrong with that? I love me some me. Alone time is a blessing to me. I don't think people are comfortable with that. You going on these sea days, maybe be comfortable with that. Your me time. Life is stressful. You're getting away from work and all that stuff. Be comfortable with me time. What's wrong with that? I'm more so an introvert, so I love my alone time, but I love a small turn up every now and then. You're an introvert, Big Murph? Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you would love your me time as well. um let's see what else is going on. Hi there, Josiane. We're saying hi to Josiane. Right, Big Murph. Exactly. Hey, Cam fam, how are you doing? Mitch, I think it's Mitch. Hey, how you doing? Sometimes with families, you're not sure who's behind the who's behind it. On the go with Yolo, Josiane. Let me saying hi to Liz. We saying hi to Cam fam. Do, 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 do. Okay, on the go. The cruise lines are so different, but also are much the same. Yes. And so we're going to get into that. And so they're different, but the same because a lot of the activities are the same, right? Um, and so therefore they're different, but they're the same. I do turn ups from afar, laugh out loud. Then I require two time the quiet time to recover. Okay, yeah, so that's the time. And so I love now certain cruise lines, they allow you to really be at peace. They may have things like the sanctuary or solarium. They may have things of that nature, maybe adults only areas, peaceful, quiet, away from kids, distractions, all that other stuff. And so um Richard saying hi to Keisha. Keisha, love me some me time. The Lola says. Let me see. Gotta get there so we match the great picture we got. That was sweet, Mitch. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much, Yolo. It was super sweet and great detail. Keisha said, even though Carnival doesn't give advance access to the specific schedule, their ship venue list gives you high level ideas of what will be available, but you have to search it out. Yeah. And so therefore, sometimes, for example, like with parties and things of that nature, you have to do some searching before you get on there. How did we go about getting you on the Unhinged cruise? Hey, Keisha. Oh, Keisha hasn't gone on the Unhinged cruise yet. How do I get you, Keisha, going on my cruise, my group cruise in November? Uh, yes, I am. I know it's hard to believe because seem sociable, but I'm a loner by nature. Yeah, you seem very sociable. And so, next thing I'm going to say, do something you normally don't do? And so, YOLO kind of referred to this. Um, she said that even though the cruise ships are different, they are kind of the same. So do something you normally don't do, right? Look on that schedule and don't say like, "Ah, I don't want to do that. I want to do that." No, come out of your comfort zone. Do something. It's a cruise ship. Come out of your comfort zone. Don't say there's nothing to do. Just say you do not want to do what you see on the agenda. Let's get to the juggler. Let's just say it. Don't say there's nothing to do on a C day. Just say you do not want to do it. Let's straight out. And so what are the things that a lot of the cruise ships do? Let's get there. We have dance classes. The last Princess cruise ship I did, I was a part of some of the dance classes. They have line classes, very fun, very energetic. Learn some dance moves, and then they go step by step. Different ages was in there, and some of these older people was kind of like they was moving, they was cutting a step. Like I was like, all right, all right. Very fun. They have Zumba classes. Yes, is exercise, but at the same time, it's dancing. It's fun, and so you have to think of it like, okay, I'm dancing, I'm grooving, I'm having a good time. At the same time, I'm exercising. So you're not going to the gym. Just do a Zumba class. It is very fun. Zumba is always very fun. You have like stuff like on the Lido deck, like bocce ball. You have things like table tennis. One of the things that's happening and becoming really popular now is pickleball. If you never played pickleball and you want to try and do a pickup game, and maybe you could learn pickleball. Like my sister loves pickleball, so she loves it, and so therefore maybe you could try that. Trivia. Every cruise ship has trivia. All ages. It doesn't matter. Not really kids, but I'm saying, this every cruise ship more or less has trivia that you can engage in. Do some trivia. Some cruise ships, like I've been on cruises, I'm not sure if they're doing it all the time. They've even had where you can learn an instrument. I did that on one time. I tried it, but it was like a vocal recorder. Is a recorder, but I didn't like stay with it. But then there was a cruise ship I was on, Princess Ruby Princess, and it was the Panama Canal cruise, and they had the tin pan class. And I was like, I'm down. I'm signing up for it. So they had a tin pan class, and we was able to learn how to play the tin pan, and we learned like three or four songs. And before the cruise was over, we was able to perform in the atrium. It was so cool. It was something I've never did before. Something I've never seen on a cruise ship before. And we had different times where we was able to practice. It wasn't like long hours of practicing. Maybe an hour or so we would practice during different days. And the thing about it is, come out of your comfort zone. Do something you've never done before. Just don't say I don't want to do it and then say I didn't have nothing to do. And I did that. I'm glad for the experience, for it. Not saying that I'm some big now. I haven't played it since, but it was just so good to do something that I've never done before. And so I did that. I came out of my comfort zone. I did it. I performed with the whole class in front of this big atrium on Princess. It was so cool to me. We have the casino. We know that Liz, and there's a lot of people that love the casino. Get in the casino. That doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot of money. Maybe a $50, maybe a $20, whatever it is. Just budget something and just, okay, I'm gonna go in the casino and just put in some money and just like have fun. And find that machine that you like and just stick with it or what have you. So go in this casino and you can do casino. Sometimes people have, what you call it, they have onboard credit, and sometimes people can have a lot of onboard credit and they don't know what to do with it. Just play some in the casino, and then just have some fun in the casino. Watch pool games, and so therefore I know that, for example, Carnival has gotten away from some pool games like the hairy chess competition and stuff like that. But there are still cruise lines that have those type of pool games. They'll have different types of pool games. So it's not just swimming in the pool, and nothing else is going on. There are different cruise lines that will have different pool games. I was on Royal. I think they had like I think it was sexy man competition. There's other things that will be happening in the pool as well. Princess had something similar. I think Sexy Leg Man competition, something like that. But there's other also games that's in the pool, around the pool. Engage in those pool games as well. Um, what about cooking classes? I did that one time on Carnival Celebration. I think it was Carnival Celebration. So I did a cooking class. I think it was a tailgate cooking class, and we did some like 3 items, and I thought it was nice. It was something that I've never done before on a cruise ship. And yes, there was a cost, and then after you cook it, you get a chance to eat it, and then they gave you I believe they gave me a spatula or something. They gave me something as a keepsake for the class. And so try something you never done before. Going to the hot tub, going to the pool. Some of these hot tubs pretending just get in there early and just enjoy the hot tub. Go in the pool, take a lap, whatever. Find the if they have it, find an adult only solarium and just be there. Do something you have not done in a long time. You've never done before. Just there was a game one time I remember on Carnival. There was like it was in the atrium and it was a corner. It was almost like a matching game, and so there's games like that as well in the day, even before we get to the production shows and before we go to other special game shows, love and marriage shows, and all these other things. There's things that you can do in the day. Don't say that you don't. There's nothing to do. Just say you don't want to do what you see. Let's just keep it. Just keep it real. Let's see. I'm missing the things. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Boom. Right. There's always something to do. Exactly. Liz, my anniversary is during the unhinged, and hubby hasn't committed to cruising, so can't cruise solo during. Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, exactly. We want to keep you married and your marriage happy. Yeah, that doesn't exactly. Dance classes sound fun, isn't it? It was really fun. Yeah, yeah. And so I think that's mostly not the night because there's always stuff to do, but there's stuff in the day. Yeah, so dance class, I like that dance class. It was really fun. um oh, but you can celebrate my birthday and pretty Timmy birthday too. Just kidding. Yeah, we don't want you coming back to divorce papers. Exactly, Tim. Exactly, Big Murph. I'm terrible at trivia, but I still go. And so even I did. So one of the things about trivia, not being a sore loser or anything like that, I used to when I first started cruising, I would go to every trivia. I I was always in the trivias because I was just so excited about cruising, so I would go to all of them, and even stuff I knew I wasn't really good at, like Star Wars and stuff like that. I was just like, maybe I could, maybe something in there. Odd trivia, things that quirky questions and all this kind of stuff. That they would ask in some of these odd trivia, but I still went right. And so whether it's like win or lose, just be there and have a good divorce papers. Oh no, 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 you don't want that. Right, especially since I'm a non-working housewife. Wow. I say I'd probably get up and walk out of trivia from the lack of answers on my sheet. Yeah, but sometimes what will happen is one trivia will happen, and then right away they'll have another trivia. And so if you don't have one trivia, if you don't do well on one trivia, maybe you do next on the next type of trivia, which will be different. And so like you just kind of linger on and stay there. So that will be good. I'm Big Merv. I got to most of the shows and games to just watch. Rarely do I participate. Man, $20 go so fast. Yeah, $20 go so fast. That's in a casino. That's why you have to look for the machine that has the lowest amount of money that it will be taken out of it. It's 50 cents. If there's one for 35 cents, like them 88 cents machines is not gonna cut it, but only $20. It's just not gonna do it. Celebrity has had a pool game. It was fun to watch. Exactly. Just even if you don't participate in it, just watch it. It's entertaining. Like same thing. Like I don't necessarily have to participate in anything, everything, but like sometimes it's entertaining to participate. And then sometimes like you just go around and you're like let me just try it. Just try it. Just like jump in there and try it. Sexy man and belly flop. Yes, it's ice carving. Ice carving. Ice Carnival does a good job at those. The ice carving, if it's around like Halloween time, they or Thanksgiving, they may do a pumpkin carving that you can go and watch. Very entertaining. I've seen them do something with how to fold towel animals. Like just just get yourself out there, like and just watch um and see what's going on. I'm definitely going to do more on my next cruise. I was surprised by the amount of content I gathered on Star. I felt like I was in my room. My I was felt like I was in my room majority of the time. You was in your room majority of the time, really? Okay. You was in your room because it looked like you was engaged in going out there, not interested in no cooking class. You don't want no cooking class. Big Merv Bingo is almost as bad as a casino. Like budget and resist is my gaming strategy. Bingo, also another thing. Sometimes they do that during days, but a lot of times they do that during the nights. But sometimes, depending on the ship, they may have it at different times during the day. Um, you have game shows even if I don't go. They have like Deal or No Deal. That's a game show that sometimes they'll have during the day, not every time at night. So they'll have those kind of games as well that you can go. Even if I don't participate, just go, just look. Like Norwegian had like Press Your Luck at one time. Carnival had like Family Feud. So there's different things that happen. Go look at it, enjoy it, be a part of the audience, even if you don't necessarily participate. And I've enjoyed it, even if I wasn't necessarily in the game, even if I wasn't in Family Feud and on the stage. I just enjoyed the experience, like to win in the casino, then bingo. So I got to stop using my OBC before the cruise and save it for the casino. I never use my OBC before the cruise. So I don't know if anybody else does it. I know some cruise lines allow you to use your OBC for like excursions in advance, maybe even for dinners or what have you. They'll allow you to use your OBC. If it's an OBC I've gotten, I never use it because I want to use it for the cruise ship itself. And so with that, whether it be that I get something from the cruise shop or what have you, I never do that. Yeah, hey Liz, true that on bingo. Very few winners on bingo. Yes, so bingo is kind of a something that okay, you do. If you do it, you do it not, but it'll just be something that you want to experience, and just to do it. Whether you are expecting to win big or not. On Virgin, there's almost nothing to do on a sea day. Let me see. Now on Virgin, I did Virgin so long ago, but on a sea day, I can't remember everything that they did. I know they had I know they had like games during the show. I know they had Zumba in the red room because I remember doing Zumba, which was a blast. In the red room. The red room is a room that converts like into like a theater, but then it could also convert into like something similar that what the new Prima classes have. Then it converts into this big open room, and I remember doing Zumba on that day. I just can't remember everything because it was a while back. So anybody that's done Virgin, do you remember what they had done on C days? I just can't remember right now. It's been so long ago. Um, and I've only did it once. We love it trivia. We love the trivia. I like trivia when people don't cheat. So the thing about with Carnival, because crew Liz does mostly Carnival. I feel like okay, obviously, right? You go through the questions, and then you go through the questions, and then you write down the answers, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the thing, people at the end of the trivia, then people ask you, "Oh, okay, what did you get? What did you get? What did you get?" And there's like, "How many get five? How many get 10? How many get that?" And then it'd be like, "How many got 20?" Ooh, it's like you got all of them right. I know sometimes like going from sometimes the questions don't change. So if you've been doing carnival for a long time, maybe you could just remember it. But like but who's to say that somebody's not writing in the answers, and then so therefore by the time you get down to it, because they go over the answers. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm sure there's some people that do that. It was more fun before people had their phones all around. Yeah, Googling and things of that nature. There's also just day drinking. That makes anything fun. Day drinking. Maybe do like a bar crawl. That's something that you can do, especially you have other people with you, or if you maybe if you have a solo program, you get up with people and let's do a bar crawl. D Neil, that's when you check out all the big cut stuff on Virgin arcades, karaoke, seesaw, horses, basketball. Team Reese, D Neil, it seems like that they may have listened to feedback on that. There was a lot going on today. I wasn't expecting that at all. See, exactly. I just cannot remember, but that's why I was trying to see if what other people thought. I enjoy playing bingo, Seychelles. Good to know. Yeah, that's good. These cruise lines, they do. I know MSC is great with feedback, and a lot of the cruise lines they have these forums that they do listen and they try to really try to change up how they thought. And so, as we were talking earlier, why don't you just rest? Why don't you just sleep in? You know, you've had port days, you had to get up early, just rest, just sleep in. Take a moment just to relax. Find a cot, find a chair somewhere. Get in a chair and just put your feet up. You know, and just relax and rest. I mean, I wonder if people are uncomfortable with just resting. Do they like, well, I'm on a vacation, I need to be always doing something? And it's possible that people may have that mentality that I'm on vacation, but I just don't want to just rest. Like I don't want to sleep my vacation away. But if you've had port days and you've been doing stuff throughout the cruise, what's wrong with just taking a moment on the sea day just to rest and relax? That's the opportunity. Liz has said it. Day drinking, not only day drinking, but maybe go out and start trying foods that you haven't tried on the cruise ship. Oh, maybe get that burger. I haven't gone to like maybe I haven't gone to Guy's Burger yet. Let me go to Guy's Burger. I haven't tried that pizza yet. Let me go to the pizza place. Oh, I haven't had that hot dog on Boardwalk. For Royal Caribbean, let me try the hot dogs on Boardwalk. So try some foods out that you've never. Maybe this is brunch time. Go to brunch and enjoy brunch. It's a different menu. Go sit down and lunch in the dining room. So therefore, like try to do other things. Sometimes done during sea days, there's wine tastings, right? That's something nice that you can do. If you don't like wine, that's a different thing. But maybe you do a wine tasting, like Norwegian will, for example, have wine tastings with chocolate and wine tastings with cheese and wines from different parts of the world. And so therefore that you can engage and do some wine tasting on the cruise ship. And so therefore there are things that you can do. As I said, preparation is key, especially if you know what is on the agenda. And so, but once you get there and then you see that these are the things, that's the reason why I always like to put, even if I don't get onboard credit, like Big Murph was saying, I like to put a little bit of onboard credit on just in case I see something that I want to try. Maybe it's a restaurant that I want to try, like for example, Princess has these pop-up restaurants, a pop-up restaurant called the Crab Shack, and I reviewed it before. And so therefore it's not something that you get in advance, because when you're on the cruise ship, you'll know usually it's on the sea day. And so therefore on that sea day, I'm only having one for my next cruise. Then I said, okay, I'm gonna do the Crab Shack for lunch. And so on my sea day, I'll probably sleep in a little later. I don't have to get up late. I mean, I don't have to get up early for a cruise, but then now I'm gonna do that Crab Shack and get me some lunch, and then I could just do whatever I want for the rest of the day. And so do something different, try some different foods that you haven't had and you haven't done. And I think that would be great. Try a bar, go to a bar that you haven't done. Especially the bigger the cruise ship, the more there is to explore. That, and even if it's a small cruise ship, if it's very port intensive, or you've been going to ports or what have you, there may be still parts of the ship you haven't explored, parts of the ship you haven't been to, parts of things that you have not eaten as of yet. Like for example, I went on Royal Wonder of the Seas. By the way, talking about Wonder of the Seas, my content for Wonder of the Seas is starting to come out this week. I am excited about the content. I enjoyed it for the most part, Wonder of the Seas. And so check out that content coming out this week, and it's going to be coming out for the next few weeks. So therefore, so stay tuned. And so, for example, Wonder of the Seas, the bigger the ship is, there's so much to see. I literally went to, and I did a 4-day cruise. I literally went to Cafe Promenade, and I was like, "Oh my god, y'all have like cookies over here? I didn't even know they had stuff over there." I had to try the night before. I think I had to try Sorrento's pizza because I hadn't tried that, and there was still things I did not try on the cruise ship. Tried to eat before I left the cruise ship, and so therefore, this is your opportunity on a port day. To your to your heart's content. Try something so like, oh man, that was so good that I tried. For example, like on sea days, If they still have it, let me know. In the adults only area on Carnival, on the Excel class ships, they have a salad bar that they only do on sea days, and the salad bar is great. And so that's an opportunity. Okay, it's only on sea days. Let me go up there, have me a nice great salad right up there on Serenity. And so that is your opportunity, because they don't do it outside of sea days. And so that would be your thing. And then one last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to go back to the comments because I know my time is going. Bring things that you like to do. Bring things you like to do. Bring your books. Bring your whatever it is that you entertain. Maybe this is where you make sure you have the Wi-Fi, right? Bring your tablet. Go on your Netflix, go on your Hulu, go on your Disney Plus. These are the things. Catch up on your shows that you have not done. Give yourself, bring things you like to do, so you cannot put all of the weight and the responsibility on the cruise ship to entertain you. And so, therefore, don't be like, oh, no, I don't want to get the Wi-Fi. I just want to kind of get away. And then you don't get the Wi-Fi, and then you're saying things is boring. No, get that Wi-Fi. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get my headphones. I'm gonna catch up on these shows, right? I'm gonna catch up on all the things that I like to see. Like, I started watching a series before I went on that cruise, so let me do this now. So do things, bring some cards. If you bring a board game, something like that. If you have a family with you, and so therefore you're bringing things that you like to do, and so therefore you can have a great time on a sea day. I should never hear somebody share this. The next time somebody says, I had a boring sea day, there was nothing to do, share this with somebody, because these are the tips, these are the tricks that you could get around from having a boring sea day. And so, therefore, there may have been a time where, like, you were expecting some things, but sometimes you got to be able to make your sea day your own. So let us go back into the comments, because I want to hear what you have to say. Who did I last with? Um, so do. Okay, so Shay says I enjoy playing bingo. Yes, I play bingo, but not all the time. I play bingo on Carnival. I play bingo on Carnival when the jackpot is the biggest. That's when I played it up. I remember playing it with my sister, and we had a good time. We didn't win, but we had a good time. We did it, and we did it together. And so I had a good time just doing it, and I could celebrate other people winning. It's like, oh wow, they won the money. I could celebrate other people winning. Kiki says today they had a few different fitness classes. Yes, I remember the Zumba 80s dancing Zumba. I saw two different trivias. Yes, I know they did that. We tried last one standing game, bingo, Opa Owl, which is a food activity, afternoon tea. They have afternoon tea. I don't remember them having afternoon tea. So maybe that's something that they added. That's really good. Yes, I want to go back on a now I want to I may have to go back on another version because I only did one. I'm missing out now. Is If there is a behind the scenes tour, that's a great day to do on a C day. Wonderful idea, Liz. Do a behind the scenes tour. You get to see the ship and the workings of the ship. That is a great idea, Liz. That's how one of my friends are. They hate relaxing, always on the go, like YOLO. Oh, um, so okay, so they hate relaxing. Yeah. So I think that they have to, that friend Big Murph would have to be one of those individuals that maybe just do something really port intensive. If they're doing like an all inclusive vacation, then those would be the individuals which I wouldn't be hanging out with. So they could go about their own, but I'm not going to be. If I'm staying on an all inclusive island, yes, I may do something, maybe one day or so, but I'm not running every day. I'm not getting every day and doing something every day. I am going to take the opportunity to relax, but then you have to be able to do that. Make sure everybody likes the live stream. Thank you so much, Keisha. Yolo likes to go, but relaxes while she is gone too. Yes, exactly. That's how you should. Let's see what we're saying. To book your next dream vacation. Yes, exactly. Everybody knows I'm a travel agent in this community. I think you do. But I do have my group cruise that's coming up in November. I'm not going to post a flyer, but it is my second group cruise, MSC Seashore. leaving out of Port Canaveral on November 12th. We're going to do a meetup in Port Canaveral. If you are interested, 3 day cruise, no sea days, going to their private island and I believe Nassau as well. And so we're going to just have a good time. Actually, some of my balconies did kind of sell out, but I am going to adjust it so that I get some more balconies in there. And so let us have a good time and come together. I think it would be a blast to do this. And if you've never done MSC, and as I said, this would be a perfect opportunity to extend your vacation and not just be there only for the cruise. Come the day before, especially if you have Veterans Day off, because the day before is Veterans Day. I'll be getting there from the 10th because and I'll be flying in maybe later on the 10th. And so my vacation will be starting from the 10th. So if you have Veterans Day off, get there earlier and so we can have a good time. I want to do a meet and greet and just enjoy each other's company before we even get on the ship. So email me and so we can be able to have a good time together. And there's some other things coming up. I'm doing also some what they call it. Other people may call it sail away with me. I'm calling it cruise with me PMB. And so I'm going to have those moments, not necessarily group cruise, but an opportunity for us to come together, relax, chill, and just be able to maybe meet up. But just an opportunity for just to do that because there's some things that there's some times that I am by myself and I realize with me telling people other people are interested and all of a sudden it went from me being by myself to all of a sudden now this group of people. And so therefore let's just just be on the witch out. Good to know, fam. Thanks. Team Reese, there's always had that stuff. The big problem was the old version app setup. It was hard to figure out. That was next. Plus, people expected everything to be the same as Carnival. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much, Travel. Yes, QC. Because the thing about it is, people compare, and when people compare, then they're going to look at another cruise line and say, like, okay, it should be like this, or I'm expecting this to be like this. And so, when you compare, you have to take every cruise line as is. Every cruise line has their own set of entertainment, their own culture, the way they do things. And so you cannot go onto another cruise line and be disappointed. And so you got to kind of prepare what you like and in advance so that you're not disappointed. I've never had a sea day where I was said I was bored. If I took a moment to do something I've never done before, if I took a moment just to relax, just to chill, just whatever it is, I never had a sea day on a cruise ship where I said I was bored. I just never did. I love those tours too. Yes, the behind the scenes. I've never done one. I would love to do it. Hi, hey Chris, how you doing? Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a channel member as well. Hey, listening or reading is good. Yes, why not? Bring a book. I used to back in the days, I know I'm over my time, but back in the days I used to well, say for example, I'd go visit my sister and I would get a book and I would get a book from the airport. And not, I don't know if every airport now, if they're getting away with book, like nice books. And so there would be like a bookstore. And then I'd get a book and then I'd browse through it. And by the time that vacation was over, I'd be finished reading that book. So now we in the age of Kindles and things of that nature. So bring your tablet, get a book and just scroll and read it. It's right there, you know and so what's wrong with just that? Make it your own. I love the Serenity Salad Bar on Forenzi. I love it. Oh, it's on Forenzi too. Okay. I thought it was only just the Excel class ships. Okay, good, good, good. I don't remember going up there and seeing the Serenity Bar Salad Bar on Forenzi because I was on Forenzi too. Saying hi to each other. Um, we're saying hi to Chris. Oh my God, yes, Keisha is so good. It is good. Um, I love the salad bar. It is great. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, I was expecting C Day to be real low key because lots of the videos said they don't have activities. I love C Days. See, exactly. Hi there, Chris. We're saying hi to Chris. Josiane saying hi to Chris. I would do a cruise to nowhere if I could. So, well, it's not really nowhere. I think the closest now, since we can't really do cruises to nowhere, where it would be like a transatlantic, where it goes from one to another port. So that's the closest we have, and the only one that really does that is Cunard, where we'll take you from New York to Southampton or Southampton back to New York. Um, I like trivia and to watch people and to people watch. I think my mom loves to people watch as well. Hey there, travel. Yes, Queasy. That would depend on the ship, Chris. Sea day naps are glorious. Yes. Why not take advantage of it? You work hard. Why not just rest for a second? You know the reason why I appreciate sea days so much is because there's one time I went. I remember going on vacation, cruise with me, P&B. Yes, I remember going on vacation one time. Thank you so much, Mitch. I want you know who helped me come up with it. I was doing something with the members. If you're not a channel member, also recommend going being a travel member. I try to go behind. Sometimes we talk about vlogging and different things of that nature. And so I give you content I don't give anybody else. I'll probably do an announcement and bring it to the channel members before I give it to anybody else. And so I think we're just having a great time, me and my members, and just being able to have that relationship with us. And so yes, I had brought it over. We did a live, a members only live, and I told them what I was going to do with it. And Liz kind of came up with the verbiage, and I thought that was a great. So I still thank Liz for that. Kindle, that's old school, Paul. Ha ha ha. So what are people using? I'm just saying. I have well, what I don't have a Kindle, but I do have a tablet and I have the Kindle app. And so if I'm downloading stuff through Amazon, then I'll be able to just open it up and just so I have several books. And so like I'm talking about that. I have several books on there that I have not even read. Downloaded stuff, have not read. Sea day, perfect opportunity to kind of catch up on some stuff that you've downloaded. And so you're welcome. Thank you so much, Liz. Also, we've come to the end of this chat. And so yeah, so I think that it is important to at the end of the day to know what you love. If you do not love it, if you do not like sea days at all, then maybe choose the proper cruise for you. As I said, my client, she does not like it, so she wants port intensive days, and that is fine. But if you're on a cruise and you love those Caribbean days, and it's like make it your own, find something. There's always going to be something. Bring cards on, get a book, listen to music, watch those series, those shows that you need to catch up on because you've been so busy with work and busy vlogging and living life and shoveling snow and all these other stuff. And so therefore, like you should be able to say, yeah, I had a C day. I made it my own. I was not going to put it into the hands of anybody else, any cruise, to make that happen for me. And so I am going to go. Thank you so much. So next week, I am going to be on a cruise ship, and I desire hopefully the Wi-Fi is good. And so I spoke to somebody today. I'm going to see if that's still if everything works out with that. And so I'm supposed to have a surprise guest. So I'm going to work on that this week. And so I will be on a cruise ship. I will be at Tortola during the day, but by 6 o'clock I will be back on the cruise ship. And so I'm looking to do that live on 6 o'clock on Grand Princess because that's a cruise ship I'm going to be on. And so stay tuned next week. And then it's not going to be so much of a prize because you'll see the person on the flyer, and so we could have a conversation with that person. And so thank you so much for coming on this live this week with me. And until next time, I'm going to go through the last few. I think we figured most of us will be in the casino on a sea day. Yes, a surprise guest from a cruise ship. Yes, no, a surprise blogger, YouTuber. Still working on it, so that's why I haven't released the name yet. So thank you so much for coming. Hope everybody has a blessed week. See you on next Monday. And until next time, as I always say, happy travels.